Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Granite Staters shop local on Small Business Saturday yesterday. Let's take a listen to the video from WR News 9.
Shoppers supporting local retailers hit the stores for Small Business Saturday today. Many in downtown Manchester offering some discounts and fun deals. Pop of Color on Elm Street saw a big rush in the morning and say their customers got a jump on holiday shopping weeks ago.
We've been busy for the last 2 weeks, so I don't think people are as waiting, to cram it all in. I feel like they were on the ball and they were here 2 weeks ago.
Good for them. There are just 3 weekends left to shop until Christmas.
Okay, and there you go. 3 weeks left to shop until Christmas. So get your Christmas shopping in, everyone. Annual winter holiday stroll takes place in Nashua. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
Took a nice stroll through the gates. An estimated 35,000 people took a nice stroll through the Gate City tonight. It was the 26th annual Winter Holiday Stroll. The event draws people from all over New England to downtown Nashua, and despite the cold temperatures, people bundled up and enjoyed the holiday festivities.
We have so many events and performers here. We have ice sculptures. We have Santa's Village for the kids. We have tons of bands. We're inside our indoor farmers market with 50 market vendors, and everybody's having a good time, staying warm.
Looks like a great night. The stroll featured the tree lighting and even an appearance from Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Very cool indeed. Looks like a fun event. Where all procrastinators last-minute preps for oncoming winter storm. Let's take a listen to that video from WCVB Boston.
I was sucking leaves up until an hour and a half ago. I dropped the sucker off. We put the plows on the truck. Ready for the snow. Here we go. Welcome to New England.
Landscapers went from fall to winter in a day. Hardly enough time for anybody. Folks rushing to buy supplies for the first storm of many. How many shovels do you need here? You got quite a few.
Well, we got 3 people at the house, so
Put them all to work.
all the work, running low on, obviously, the shovels. I don't know what people do with the shovels from last year, but we have been selling those.
And snow blowers. They're selling like crazy at Robinson's Hardware in Framingham. Tonde wants one like his neighbors, thinking of his wife, of course.
And he's always the one that's doing all the snow blowing. And I'm just putting around with my shovel.
Help him out a little bit, little neighborly competition.
Right.
Last minute, huh?
Yeah.
What is it about folks in the first storm?
It's New England. We're all procrastinators.
So as hardware stores get slammed, just one request for next year.
Give yourself more time. Don't expect us to be the savior on every situation. We're going to do everything we can, but you got to give us a little bit of room.
Grocery stores have their plows ready, knowing that folks run out to get their supplies at the very last minute. You still have the morning to get what you need. In Needham, Sean Shirebot, WCVB.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Hopefully everyone has what they need for the snow that is arriving. Homeowner accidentally killed by booby trap. An Anacostia County man died Thursday after he was accidentally shot by a booby trap that he had set up at his home. Van Buren police said they received a call Thursday evening from a man who said he has been shot. Police responded to a home on St. Francis Avenue and found 65-year-old Ronald suffering from a gunshot wound. While investigating the shooting, police said they discovered that the front door of the home had been outfitted with a device that was designed to fire a handgun should anyone try to enter, police said. They also found other devices in the house, leading them to contact the Maine State Police Bomb Squad. Following an investigation that lasted into Friday morning, police determined that Ronald had been shot when one of his homemade booby traps somehow fired accidentally. Today will be the busiest travel day of the year. Let's take a listen to that video from Good Morning America.
Welcome back to GMA and today's weekend download. How to stress less when traveling with your kids. As we mentioned earlier, today is expected to be the busiest air travel day in American history. And parenting expert Erica Suter is here with tips and tricks to get us all through it. Erica, thank you. We need you on this important day. You know, the family trip, it always sounds like a great idea, but getting there is more than half the battle, right? So what do we do to reduce meltdowns?
Well, the first thing you want to do is to get organized. And if you're like me, sometimes you save things to last minute, and that's the worst idea possible. You want to, the night before, you want to download any TV shows, games, apps that might keep everyone entertained when they're waiting in those long lines or on those long drives.
And some of this is preventative here, right? So what about packing tips to help reduce the stress on the travel day?
You really want to pack smart. You know, everyone always overpacks because they're worried they won't have something that they need. But you want to reduce the amount of stuff you have. Make sure you have room in there for games and toys and snacks. And you also want to ship ahead. I mean, that's a big thing. You don't have to overload your luggage. You can have a carry-on bag if you've mailed a lot of things that you need to get to your destination.
That's a great idea, the ship ahead. Another thing to think about, airport lines are the worst with little kids. You have a toddler.
Yeah.
I've got young girls. I mean, that's where the meltdowns and the tantrums always happen. What can we do to reduce some of that stress?
Well, consider investing in a TSA program or any kind of fast pass program that lets you get through those lines quicker, because you know how frustrated you get when you have to wait a long time. Imagine how that 3-year-old feels waiting for 45 minutes to get through airport security.
Well, I know how I feel, and I still have nightmares. That's why we did not travel this Thanksgiving for that reason. If all else fails, though, should we be ashamed if we have to resort to bribery?
Oh no.
That's okay.
We're in survival mode here as parents. And so what I do is I keep a couple little cars or a coloring book and crayons that he hasn't seen yet, so that when he gets fed up and tired and cranky, I can distract him for a little while longer with something that's fun.
Got it. So quiet down, or you're not going to get this snack, or you're not going to get this thing. That's okay. We don't have to feel bad about
travel,
that.
It's war when you're traveling.
Absolutely.
So use what you got.
Erica Suter, thank you so much for helping us get through this crazy day.
Well, hey there.
Okay, and there you go. And that does it for this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed watching this afternoon edition. Have a great rest of your afternoon. I'll be back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.